Losing time, I'm fading fast. I just wanna make it last. Try to let go of the past. I close my eyes, embrace the blast. Sleepless nights and headache stack. Restlessness to hell and back. What's my purpose? What do I grab? A slippery surface, a heart attack. And sometimes you just gotta believe. There's something that'll give you relief. There's something that'll have what you need. What you need. We're broken, it's tragic. We're not all elastic, but maybe there's magic. Believe you could have it. And I know of sadness, the anxious and panic, the infinite vastness of all that is blackness.
Hey guys, how you going? I hope you can hear me okay. I've got the microphone a bit further away so I don't pop at it all the time. And I've taken the cover off it, so hopefully it sounds all right. Okay, how you going, Alex? And who else have we got in here? Out to lunch, how you going? Donna and Fred. Shannon, how you going? Thank you for the donation yesterday. I appreciate that. That came from nowhere. Hello, Deb, from a very moist Adelaide. Yes, it's very moist here too. We're waiting possible snow. Who knows? We got Deb, we got out to lunch. Who else we got in here? I know there's, oh, hello. We got a few more people in here. We got Luna. How you going, Luna? And we've got, who else? Timmy, how you going, Timmy? Dealey, how you going? Kai, how you going? Who else have we got? Is that it? Yep, that might be it. Michelle App, how you going? Okay, there is some weird stuff coming out, guys. You're moist in the Riverland, perfect have watching weather. Menacing Muskrat's in here too. How you going, Menacing Muskrat? And Dennis Biz, how you going? Okay, just let me get onto my bookmarks. And we can have a look at what's going on. Oh, by the way, if you're in Australia, you know your electricity bills that you get, right? And they have the meter reading there, okay? Always check your meter reading. I'm telling you, always double check it. Because what happened to us was, I'm just going to give an example of numbers. It's not the actual numbers, but our meter reading, because we got another $1,000 bill. Right? And I'm like, how? We're turning the hot water heater off now to save money, you know, because I think it's a continuous hot water system. Anyway, they sent us a bill saying it's 80973 or something, okay? The reading was. Well, my son went out and checked it and it was 801. So that's like 700 kilowatts on top of what we actually used. And this was days after they read it. So this was like 2 weeks after they read it. So I advise everybody, we had to correct them, and $240 came off our bill. So I would advise everyone that when they get their electricity bill, not water bill, electricity bill, to go and read the meter and make sure that what you're seeing is what is there. Anyway, save yourself a few $100s. That's what I've been doing this week, trying to sort things out. Okay, Matthew Caman... I've got it on screen. Matthew Camanzuli, New South Wales Liberal Party President Don Harwin's friend. Does anyone remember Gladys Berejiklian locking New South Wales down when the flu was flying all over the place? Has just had her corruption findings upheld in court. The New South Wales Liberal Party is corrupt. It's a rotten borough and must be broom cleaned. Remember her? Yeah. She's going to learn a fate over corruption finding very soon. Let's hope it's not a light sentence either. I'm sick of light sentences for these people and other people who touch kids. So hopefully, is my sound all right, guys? Okay. Tommy Robinson said, here is Ayub Khan, PCC, standing shoulder to shoulder with known child attackers in Telford, and now he's been voted as MP for Birmingham, Perry Barr. I warned everyone about this man and his association with Ahmed Yaqub, also pictured standing shoulder to shoulder with people who do really bad things to children in Telford, who only just lost out to Labor. That was a tight race. Does anyone listen? Why are the media so disinterested in these men's links to child grooming in Telford? That's a bit of a problem. Tommy Robinson said 4 independent Islamists voted in last night in the general election. Shokat Adam, Leicester South, Adnan Hussein, Blackburn, Iqbal Muhammad, Dewsbury and Batley. How are they getting in? Okay, has it happened? Has the majority now turned and the majority is now maybe Muslim people and they're voting this way? What is going on? I don't know. I'm asking, by the way, YouTube. And we're just reacting to news here, YouTube, okay? That's all I'm doing. Reading the news and reacting to it. Tommy Robinson said the very same dodgy lawyer trying to deflect that a policewoman was being attacked at Manchester Airport as the alleged perpetrators got a boot. Here he is with his brothers, more convicted offenders and stars of my investigation documentary series, The Rape of Britain, accused of more sick offences against children. How is this happening? Revealed, lawyer representing 2 men being attacked by police at Manchester Airport is Lamborghini driving wannabe MP who ran as a pro-Palestine candidate in the general election and was probed over false racism claim. Sounds like they're just there for trouble. Oh my goodness. Okay, this is going to be a long one. Okay, we're good? Okay. Josephine Cashman said, while working Australians sleep in small tents in parks, Alba gives more money to siphon by government-funded fifth column comms, an industrial complex whose only achievement in 50 years has been to sabotage of Aboriginal Australia. Only disgusting psychopaths do this. Is sickening. This is a deliberate attempt to distract us. It's not an announcement. These are warfare tactics. This is designed to create a divided country, so we fight each other rather than the cause of discontentment. Despite billions of dollars invested, the Aboriginal affairs industry complex has managed to do nothing good in 50 years. The only thing they've excelled at is sabotaging for a hidden agenda. The purpose of this is to scapegoat Aboriginal Australia, to steal our voice, to rob Australia so they can own everything. Organised crime controls Aboriginal affairs, forming a fifth column cesspool of Judas goats and 300,000 fake claimers as unveiled by Aboriginal scholars. Now you can or UN, it's up to you. The compromised useful idiots in their uni party put on phony performances to divide and conquer us, stage managed by their ruling class handlers drooling over our vast natural resources. It's not enough that they loot Australia. They will only be happy when they own everything. To get there, they have centralised their power using Aboriginal affairs. A British ruling class agent led the campaign. An insider enemy combatant led to the establishment of the Aboriginal Affairs in the Canberra swamp. A United Nations actor who received praise from Hitler's people and attended Stalin's funeral as a special guest. I'm sure she's joking. Oh, well, I think she's joking. We can see this is not about left or right. This is about right and wrong. They play both sides. After all, we, the everyday people, are the target of their ideological subversion, regardless of the human differences they use, as a divide and conquer device against us. You need more commas in there. Crooks run Aboriginal affairs which were designed to fail. It is controlled by Judas goats and fake claimers, 300,000 fifth column enemy combatants. Many of them are recruited from jail. Just ask the people of Wilcannia, an Anglo government-funded con who brutally killed an Aboriginal woman. He came out of jail afterwards to become an Aboriginal celebrity and the leader of Aboriginal affairs in Wilcannia. He was placed there to demoralise Aboriginal people so they give up. In Wilcannia, a town with a clean drinking water problem, poisoning them, instead of addressing the practical needs, the managed decline of rural Australia continues. The truth remains hidden. The big lie media fails to uncover it, so we unveil it. There are 40 taxpayer-funded not-for-profits in Wilcannia, costing the Australian taxpayers millions. To be honest, I've never heard of Wilcannia. How are there 40 taxpayer-funded not-for-profits there? We pay for brainwashing programs in Wilcannia for about 550 Aboriginal adults, designed to divide the country. These NGOs tell Aboriginal people their problems are a result of intergenerational trauma and racist Australia. We are all groomed. As mentioned above, Aboriginal Australia is groomed by taxpayer-funded fifth column for the out-of-control corruption they live under. Vice versa, those struggling in Australia are groomed to be resentful of Aboriginal people. Whatever the case, the money doesn't go to Australians in need. That's the main thing. What is happening is that the fifth column crooks are rewarded with more money. As a matter of fact, Aboriginal Affairs is run by organised crime. This is established by a 7-year Crime Commission investigation, which included 2,000 stakeholder interviews. In comparison, the Uluru Corporate Convoice had 12 stakeholder consultations. We know who is lying. Instead of addressing the sabotage of Aboriginal Australia by fifth column criminals, the Uni Party gives more taxpayers' funds to cons to be siphoned to sabotage Aboriginal Australia. So they can be accused of being animals tearing apart homes literally built on sand. So they're going to fall apart, okay, those built on sand. Big lie media actors infer that they should be grateful for living in $1 million taxpayer-funded dog boxes, unfit to live in arid Australia and the tropics. Say thanks, you ungrateful native, she's saying it, not me, animals, for living in a lawless community held by design. You should be grateful we removed the police. Now you can kill each other. Oh, no. This is awful. This is what I heard them say before I left a small Aboriginal community on the border of New South Wales, Victoria in the late 90s, after the police refused to attend. This close-knit Aboriginal community turned into a war zone of firebombing and gunshots as a result of government-funded cons, creating conflict about housing and tearing families apart. This happened all over Australia, the need to divide Aboriginal people to break us, so we're too broken to warn the Australian people. Now it makes sense. I've committed my life to get to the bottom of this. I kept my word. Someone needs to tell the truth, to unshackle Australia and perhaps the world from this malign agenda. So despite paying intergenerational rent, they should be happy owning nothing. They should appreciate fake claim of fifth column crooks and Judas goats running their communities, abusing them, trafficking the children and getting them on drugs. As an insider whistleblower, the Uni Party sacked me for trying to expose this. They tried to set me up to ruin my credibility, all for asking to speak to the Australian Crime Commission, Federal Police, about a government-funded con for the Uluru Corporate Convoice, trafficking children, selling drugs out of a government-funded childcare centre. My family living in an Aboriginal community had reported it. There was a leak in the police. They were threatened on the main street in town. I had a responsibility to protect these children after 6 had already killed themselves. 3 generations of my family have tried to bring this same crook to account. Instead of addressing it, the Uni Party, the big lie media, went after me. What a coincidence that this very same government-funded con mentioned Above abused Bill Shorten's child sex assault victim after she made a report about Shorten's offending to Forster police station. Oh, it is a small world after all, as their sand castle of lies crumbles. Back to homes built on sand. Substandard homes will result, as there is no oversight of the construction process by anyone. The money will be siphoned and the big lie media will not cover the corruption. Instead, in our public square, we will be swamped by a hive of fake profiles, blaming Aboriginal Australia, calling us hopeless animals who are incapable of looking after ourselves. Wow. The interference is managed by the ruling class and funded by Operation Gladio worldwide drug illicit mafia proceeds. This warfare establishment operated for decades for their new order. A plot they lost after World War II. This time it continues as a fifth column. Again, they blame Aboriginal people for this, even though we are at the very bottom of their phony human scale of worth, even below the Jews, the Gypsies and the Russians, who are at the very bottom. According to this ruling class cult, we are the lowest of low. We are animals, not humans, therefore these repulsive psychopaths feel justified, as we are nothing to them. We are poisoning the blood of their phony mythological Aryan fairy tale. This is now being normalised by the Hollywood cesspit. I don't know how she's getting that, because in Hollywood they're putting black people forward as being the rational, sensible ones now. So I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. What did we expect when the KKK founded Dirty Hollywood? Well, when movies are funded by the proceeds of crime... Oh, she's talking about crime, okay? Literally an industrial complex for cultural manipulation and destruction, run on boom and illicit drugs, child sex traffic and abuse of humans after World War II. I'm not sure what she's talking about here, but anyway, we'll continue, because I want to hear what she has to say. What a surprise when Hollywood's own repulsive psychopath ruling class actor Jason Momoa endorsed the Uluru corporate convoys, then turns around to play an Aryan Aquaman. These people are sick. We have this foreign interference as Australia was a testing ground for a global Indigenous voice to replace representative government. 1,000-year Reich, New Order Access agenda continues. They march on as insider traders. Think about it. This is not just happening in Australia. This is a worldwide agenda for control using a fifth column. Well documented, proven by numerous documents in government archives as part of Operation Gladio. This is the hidden hand. Their final solution in Australia was removing Aboriginal Australia from the UN communal native title they established to herd Aboriginal Australians into ghettos for their own good, for their health. History repeats. Why would the government invest in homes on un-UN phony communal native land title that no Australian can own? To asset strip it in the future? Well, of course, the phony UN native title covers the best mining sites to asset strip. This explains why no Australian can own it. This phony UN communal title will cover 80% of Australia by 2030. Then Aboriginal people are blamed for this, or we are framed as racist, as a racist country. Well, I'm not blaming the Aboriginal people for this, because I know who is doing it, the UN, using the Aboriginal people as scapegoats. Or we are farmed as a racist country. We, the Australian people, are blamed for the problems created for their pre-planned final solutions. Problem, reaction, solution. Australians are being portrayed as hopeless, too racist to manage our own affairs, therefore they want the UN to step in and take over. Okay, it's not enough that our compromised, useful, idiot politicians put UN policy into law. The UN wants full control of our country to fix the Aboriginal problem. The problem they created towards their final pre-planned solution. Again, this is happening not just in Australia, but all over the world. According to the author of the UN Control Agenda, Maurice Strong, who started climate change, by the way, scapegoating Indigenous people across the world is the key to reaching their phony Aryan utopia. He outlines this in the foreword of the book called The Gaia Atlas of First Peoples, A Future for the Indigenous, a publication about a global Indigenous voice to remove representative government, using World Bank loans and trade agreements as the UN device to force countries into this agenda, scapegoating Indigenous to own everything. Don't fear, truth is a weapon. We possess it. We have the power here to unchain ourselves from these divide and conquer tactics. We are sitting on the edge of reclaiming what is rightfully ours. Wouldn't happen to be the precipice, would it? Our country, our children's future. Just remind yourself you have everything it takes. We don't need to know the future because the future belongs to us. The big lie media is dying. We are resisting their grooming, and as we are opening our eyes to the lie. Australians have opened their eyes to the lies. We can be the lighthouse of hope. Unchaining ourselves from the agenda of Empire 2.0 will serve as a beacon of hope for the nations. Together we can. We will fight together, not each other, to come together with one voice to expose the traitors. I agree with her for the most part. Maybe the Hollywood bit, because I've noticed for as long as I can remember them putting like women. Look at The Simpsons, right? Marge was the level-headed one, right? Started with women, putting women forward as the level-headed ones. And then now with, say, Leave the World Behind. The black guy is the sane, calm, cool man, you know? Like, it's I think they should just leave politics out of the shit. It's movies. I don't know. But anyway, there you go. Okay, is this some back in bookmarks? Yes, Paul Grobel said, this government, aka organised crime in a nutshell, they want absolute transparency of the public and absolute secrecy for themselves. Who in their right mind trusts these people? Luther Cyrus said, the Australian government released a long-awaited report on batch test of mRNA vaccines rolled out in the country during the pandemic. However, every word on every page has been completely redacted. So they're organised crime, but they want absolute transparency of the public and their assets and absolute secrecy for themselves. This is what they've released. It's a report on COVID vaccine batch tests. Okay. Very interesting, isn't it? I think my cat wants out. Give me one sec, guys. Kitty cats. Okay, can I make my way out of here? I'm squished. Oh no, I've taken things with me. Don't mind me, I'm just causing a ruckus here. Okay. Tony Segura said a Swiss billionaire who lives in Wyoming, Johann George Weiss, has ties to shooter crooks. Okay, now we're going to go into some weird stuff about the attempted assassination of Trump. But also has ties to Maui Police Chief John Pelletier, who with the FBI allegedly covered up the Lahaina fires and was commander of the Las Vegas. Okay, this just goes deeper and deeper. I didn't read too much of these. What I did was found what I could from Twitter and just bookmarked stuff that I thought looked interesting within the first couple of sentences. Okay? So, okay. And was the commander of the Las Vegas mass shooting massacre, along with the FBI, stonewalled his own department, Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department, and the mayor. But it doesn't stop there. He actually met with the Las Vegas shooter Stephen Paddock, CIA asset, in Paso, allegedly, in Paso Robles, CA, multiple times over a 2-year period, also meeting 1 month before the Las Vegas shooting at an Indian casino in Solvang, California. Chumash Casino. He has illegally donated hundreds of millions to the Democrats. Hundreds of millions? Wow, okay. I don't know if it's hundreds of millions. Hundreds of thousands. They're broken down into over 1,600,000 donations. Oh, yeah, no, 20 million. Yeah, it is tens of millions. Okay? I'm told this is Tony Segura. I'm told Harris campaigners are already using ActBlue money laundering scheme, 20 million allegedly, from Johann George Weiss, known as Hans-Jörg Weiss, born 19 September 1935, a Swiss billionaire, and was broken down into over 1,600,000 donations across 400,000 donors. Dirty, dirty, dirty. You dirty, 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 dirty man. For example, it took us no time at all to find a New Orleans resident named Cornelius Manu, who's listed as not employed, but nevertheless donated to ActBlue some 847 times between January 4th, 2021 and December 31st, 2022, in amounts ranging from $1 to $100 for a total of $18,276.54. And here's the house listed as the address on those donations. We found it by looking up the address on Google Maps. Nobody who lives in that house and is listed as not employed has $18,000 to give to ActBlue over a 2-year period. That's pretty clear. And the way things are going with the costs of things, I don't think they could afford that, could they? Wow. This is insane. Oh, no. Okay, Lance Bishop said, well, we need to find out who has this tattoo on their legs, crooks or yearweek. Right, okay, there's a massive thing going on about who this person actually is. Okay? There are questions who this person actually is. And the tattoo on the leg, which you can't see very well, but who had the tattoo on the leg? Okay, and what was this in response to? Hang on, because they're replying to someone. Laura Loomer said, I just want to know, how does a 20-year-old nerdy kid have 3 encrypted overseas bank accounts? Who was sending him money overseas? Who bought him a drone? Who bought him a rangefinder scope? Who bought him a van and explosives? These things aren't cheap. Most 20-year-olds can't afford gas, let alone an assassin's kit and expensive tech accessories. Okay, and how did he... Okay, wasn't there a bike as well? How did he ride a bike and drive a van to the place? Or did he take one there, leave it, go back home, get the other one and drive there? I don't know. He had much better technology in the Secret Service and the FBI. The gunman who shot at Donald Trump during a rally last week reportedly flew a drone over the grounds just hours before the former president's speech. Well, now it's coming out that the Secret Service or FBI were flying drones. Don't mind me, guys. Need a big drink of water. McLovin. Okay, he said, I found on the internet that he... Sorry, the name threw me. I found on the internet that he was arrested. That's the guy from the news who was talking about Thomas Matthew Crooks. If you're reading this, what have you done? I honestly feel like they hired this guy to say these things. So below are screenshots of Jason Kohler file. This is someone they interviewed on the TV about the guy. About Thomas Matthew Crooks. Okay, he apparently has charges. Trespassing, structure, or conveyance, bond 500. Ryan Mattis said the director of the FBI just purged himself. Rep Luna should FOIA information related to the Crooks drone. Chris Ray just stated that he did not know the area where Crooks flew his drone. I'm a licensed drone pilot. Every drone track records the entire flight path along with GPS data. 11 days after the assassination attempt, it is mathematically impossible that Chris Ray does not know the exact flight path of Crooks' drone. Okay. It's crazy. Okay. Mr. Guns Gear, okay, said according to Rep Ellie Crane, this is where they were told investigators believe Crooks accessed the roof from. Was he an expert at parkour? Was he a parkour expert? You know, the way where they run and they just jump off things and bounce onto other things, on buildings, you know, and walls and... I don't know, I'm just asking. Where was that ladder? Because there was a ladder and then there wasn't. So, like, I don't think anyone's getting their story straight on this at all. MJ Truth Ultra said, whoa, Crooks purchased a ladder to get on the roof, but there wasn't a ladder found at the scene. What the There's a ladder in there, behind trees. Ray said he purchased a 5-foot ladder. There are now reports of 2 ladders on the scene. The longer one, 12-foot, we've all seen, and a short one to the right of the building. Ray said there was no ladder found at the scene. Look, they can't get their story straight. That's what I'm getting out of this. They cannot get the story straight. What is going on? You've got to be kidding. George said, breaking, the CEO of social media platform Gab just discovered an account that may have belonged to Trump's shooter Matthew Crooks. He says the account was last active in 2021 but posted many messages in support of Biden. And we know how many people register as a Republican to vote against Trump. While the account made very few posts on the site, the majority of them were in support of President Biden. A number of posts in particular expressed support for President Biden's COVID lockdowns, border policies, and executive orders. I'd like to know how many Republicans back Biden's lockdown, border policies, and executive orders. I'm sure you won't find many of them at all. If true, this would reinforce the idea that Crooks hated Trump and Republicans so much that he registered to vote as a Republican to vote against Trump-endorsed candidates in 2022 and also joined sites like Gab to argue with Trump supporters. The picture's getting clearer, and here are the actual screenshots of the person. They've replied to Cat Turd, Prison Planet. Okay, anyway, wow. What is the Patriot Act or FISA used for if they can't prevent these attacks? Yeah, okay, JB Sleer said not heard this one before. Thomas Matthew Crooks, the patsy who tried to assassinate Donald Trump allegedly, had an FBI email address, tmcrooks@fbi.gov. The profile was created around the same time the pandemic started in March 2020. Okay. Can we have a look at this or not? Yep. It's the Wayback Machine. Profile was created on 18th of March 2020. And I can't see it. It's better there. It's bigger. Thomas Matthew Crooks, Special Agent. Federal Bureau of Investigation. The location. I can't read it clear, otherwise I would. But I can't. Okay. Oh, no. No. Okay, let me get back there and you can see my big head while I'm getting back there. Okay. Because I don't want to make you as sick as I feel when I scroll through things. Yeah, it gives me motion sickness. Very weird. Okay, Into Thin Air seems to be on this too. Breaking massive news on Trump shooting. A man in a grey suit climbed under the roof and told any official that took a picture of Thomas Crooks' body to send those pictures to a phone number he provided. This man was not Secret Service as the cops thought he was. Who is the man in the grey suit? Well, we have a few. There's another man in a grey suit over here who looks different than this man in the grey suit here. But they're a grey suit people. Who are they? Oh, no, I don't want to open any links. And the one that was telling people to move out of the way. Remember that one in the last video I did on it? He was behind Trump, behind the where he was standing, and he was moving people out of the way. John Cullen said so they got the one on the tower on this side, but the one on the right side they never got. They thought there was still a shooter out there somewhere, so there could be in these woods around Butler. The eyewitnesses. I'd say these are probably more real eyewitnesses than the other ones were.
At the fence where the other shooter was, there was one I heard in the water tower, there was one by the fence. At the fence where the other shooter was, there was one I heard in the water tower, there was one by the fence.
Here is now they feel that there was 2 shooters on both sides. So they got the one on the tower on this side, but the one on the right side they never got. So that's why they wanted us to leave immediately, because they thought there's still a shooter out there somewhere. So they're quick.
Okay, I don't know if you could hear that, but she said they thought there was still a shooter out there somewhere. Okay. Wow, it's really getting interesting out here. Jack said, why didn't the media use the most recent photo of Thomas Crooks? Is that why? This person tried to fact check, but I don't think it's I don't think the fact check's right. Okay, this is Thomas Crooks. Okay, then we got Foundering. This is supposedly the father of Thomas Matthew Crooks, who is with him wearing a hoodie and mask in the summer of 24. Is that Thomas? Is he still alive? Some think it's his sister because he sounds too feminine. Aren't there rumours Thomas was a bit feminine? Was he ever real? Now that's my question. What's real? And what's not? It is insane. I'm just going to adjust the desktop audio so that it doesn't blow your ears off, because I had to turn the last ones right up, so I'll turn this one down.
Matthew, why would your son want to kill the president?
Back off!
No comment.
No comment!
Were there any warning signs, Matthew? No comment.
How's Mary holding up?
No comment.
We'll release a statement when our legal counsel advises us to do so. Until then, we have no comment. We just want to try to take care of ourselves right now. So please, give us our space. Have the feds...
Matthew, why would your son...
This is just getting more and more interesting. What is going on? Okay. John Cullen and someone else is really onto this. It looks like they have been just investigating this. According to CNN, Crooks drove a Hyundai Sonata to the event and parked it. So where did he get the van laden with explosives and the bicycle? Okay, I was wrong. There was 3 vehicles. There was a bicycle, there was a Hyundai Sonata, and a van. Okay. Oh my God. And Crazy J Crypto said, I just want to see pictures of the gun of the scene where the dude shot. And I don't think that dude fired single shot, maybe one. Iron sights, bullshit. Crooks had a scope. So who started the iron sights horse shit? I don't know. But it's interesting, isn't it? What is going on? Crowdsource the Truth said, so if the dead guy on the roof of American Glass Research looks exactly like Max Yerrick, and the guy getting arrested by Officer Dirty Sanchez of the Secret Service looks exactly like Kenan Hooper, what does that mean? I have no freaking idea, but there was more than one. This is, wow. Pittsburgh Trump protesters sentenced to jail time. Oh my goodness. Kenan Hooper. Okay, this one here is Hooper. Okay, supposedly this guy. And this one is Maxwell Yerrick, which is supposedly the dead guy. There's too many names flying around. I've got no idea anymore. But what happened to the Violets guy? Where did he come into all this? Or was he just a patsy too? Someone's face they stuck up there and said, this is the guy? He was also in Antifa. I think there's a bit of a team thing happening here somewhere. Just my opinion. Hypocrisy Sucks said, can someone explain to me how Crooks rode his bike to the Trump rally, but also had explosives in a van in the parking lot? Eerie photo of Trump shooter's bike left at rally site as expert questions why flying squad wasn't mobilised. Police combed through Thomas Matthew Crooks' van that hid explosives. Video shows. Are they sure? Okay. Jan was replying to Health Ranger. The reason none of them are talking is because they are struggling to develop a narrative without gaping holes. The picture of Maxwell Urick got out, and it's clearly not crooks. But was Urick on the roof? Why did they scrub the crime scene, washing off the roof the next day? That's what I want to know. Remember we saw them hosing off the roof? I'm just going to go real quick past that. Oh. Colin Rugg said, just in, Rep Eli Crane shares video taken from second floor window Secret Service allegedly had access to that overlooked the roof Thomas Crooks shot from. Crane travelled to Pennsylvania to see the crime scene for himself. This video was taken from one of the windows the Secret Service had access to, overlooking the entire roof that this person was on. Makes you wonder how on earth they allowed the shooter to access the roof, let alone crawl up it and fire several shots. Crane also climbed on top of the roof where Crooks shot from, revealing just how close he was able to get to Trump. That's not the end of this. Someone in this room seems to have taken a photo of Urick out the window. What if they were able to take a photo of him? Why didn't they shoot him? Tana Alexander said, I just found another drone I spotted at 11-second mark flying near Crooks shortly after he started shooting. Then again at 29-second mark about 10 seconds after he was shot. This is the third drone footage I've seen in separate areas during shots fired. So was Crooks also flying a drone while he was shooting? Was he? I mean, 3 drones? I mean, that's got to be some, like, you got to be pretty bloody good to do that, don't you? Fly 3 drones? Something really wrong with this. Kathy Wright said, this is Thomas Matthew Crooks' now deleted Facebook profile. When I heard his name on 7/14/24, I went to Facebook, saw this, took a screenshot, went back later and the profile was gone. FBI is scrubbing everything on Thomas and the executed roof shooter Maxwell Urick. I never saw a profile say insert name, locked his profile, ever. Private profile, yes, locked, no. Thomas locked his profile. Thomas Matthew Crooks. And it's showing a picture of the Urick guy. This is all too strange. 3-letter agencies. I'm not saying anything. I'm not accusing anyone. I just said 3-letter agencies. That's all I said. Okay? I'm not saying it, YouTube. Into Thin Air was the other person who's been doing the investigations into this, I believe. Breaking suspects tried to blow up water tower with the van. After the botched attempt on Donald Trump's life, the van was then moved a few miles away where it was found. Remember the van they towed away full of apparent explosives? Well, where was the bomb squad before they took it away? Why weren't they disarming it? A similar van was spotted under the water tower during the shooting. Second shooter was seen on the water tower by police. Audio below. Once escaped, he was then likely to blow it up. Now that we have proved a clear cover-up, what is to stop us from believing the van was rushed away from the water tower after a botched attempt? Van had MSNBS sticker on the back left window. Was it an MSNBS or MSNBC sticker? Mainstream News BS sticker on the back of the left window? I don't know. You can read that whatever way you want to. I'm not sure if they're meaning MSNBC or MSNBS. Okay. Okay, there is the van. Looks a bit lit up inside there. The water tower. Why is it always so bloody blurry? Can't look, with the technology we've got these days, can we not get a clear picture of anything? Nothing. Is that the van that was supposed to be under the water? I can't tell.
Suppose.
Oh.
Shots fired towards the blue water tank. Blue water tank. That's right.
I got one down on the inside. Medical crew, get in command. Medical crew, get in command. Chief 12-3, let me know what you need.
All EMS crews get inside buildings. Stay secure inside buildings.
Just give me 1 sec, I'm going to read this. Listen very carefully. Shots fired towards Water Tower where the second shooter was. You'll also hear of a female GSV that hasn't been reported. Witness reports said one shot and killed on the Water Tower and a third ran into the woods and was not caught. Okay, nothing seems to be adding up right now.
Total 1 to all units, be advised, we're evacuating. Stay inside the building. We're evacuating the crowd. Copy. Crowd is evacuating. Crowd is evacuating.
Oh, don't do that to me.
Team, to the stage. All units operating Butler Farm Showgrounds. Facilities on lockdown. Everyone stay inside. Operations on fire up 6. All units operating Butler Farm Showgrounds. Facilities on lockdown. Everyone stay inside. Operations on fire up 6.
EMT Caldwell to any connecting units. I have 2 in the bus.
Okay, they have 2 in the black. That's what I heard. I don't know. I think I'm going to sneeze. Okay, in the photo of the van under the tower, there must be this one here. Notice it's the same van that was towed away with the MSNBC sticker. Okay, there we go. We got it. It was then replaced by some SUV once it was removed from the water tower and parked away where it was claimed to have been found later that day. Me thinks something very suspicious is going on. What about you? Okay, MSNBC, not MSNBS, obviously. I liked it, though. MSNBS. I wasn't sure. The Paranautica podcast said this isn't Thomas Crooks. This guy is visible at the same time the body on the roof, so definitely not the same person. White hat, grey shirt, khaki shorts, white socks, tennis shoes. What is behind him? Can't tell. The pictures are all so freaking blurry. Okay, this is another guy. Okay, who they said was Crooks. An hour before shooting, one Crooks walking around building and looking up. This isn't Thomas Crooks, says Paranautica podcast. Well, it doesn't exactly look like him, does it? He's watching the guy on the roof. Okay, the news you don't see said new reports claim that Crooks did not in fact use the ladder he'd purchased to get on the roof. Why did he bring it? Or was he an expert in parkour? I want to know. New reports, sorry, I'm not laughing at this thing happening. I'm laughing at the ridiculousness of it all, of all the stories. Okay, don't punch yourself in the face trying to get your sleeves up. New reports claim that Crooks did not in fact use the ladder he purchased to get on the roof. I was circulating the AGR building on G-Maps and found this very easy to climb part of the building with what looks like HVAC equipment close to a shed. Really easy access to the roof. Well, what about the 2 ladders that he brought with him then? What were they for? If Thomas cased this building out several times, then he would have known about this spot, which adds new questions. Where did the ladder in this photo come from? Why would Crooks buy a ladder knowing he wouldn't be able to get it into the venue? Why was it officially reported that he had bought one the morning of the rally? Why did local police need to boost each other up to try and access the roof? Why aren't we getting all the information? That's what I'd like to know. Oh, there's the trees now. There's the ladder. This could be at an angle where you can't see the ladder. What's this guy talking about? Let's have a listen.
An individual on the roof with a weapon.
He saw the shooter.
He did.
Your officers are on patrol. They hear that there is a suspicious person on the rooftop. What did your officers do?
So our officers in the area started to converge on the building. My understanding is they did a full perimeter walk of the building, weren't able to see up on the roof. Two of the officers went to what appeared to be the lowest point from ground to roof. One of the officers actually boosted the second officer up high enough for him to grab hold of the roof. When he was able to pull his head up over the roof, he did in fact see an individual on the roof with a weapon.
He saw the shooter?
He did.
And what did the shooter do?
Turned towards him, had the barrel of his weapon pointed at the officer.
At that point, the officer's hanging on to the side of the roof?
Yes.
Unable to pull a gun out?
Unable to
defend himself? Unable to reach his radio?
Any of that, yeah. Strictly defensive movement for him to lower his head, duck, lost his own grip, right? Fell approximately 8 feet to the ground.
That's a steep drop.
It's a good drop, yes.
Did he get hurt?
He did.
In that moment, did they realize there's a threat right now to the former president?
They did. So both the boosting officer and the officer that fell were both on the radio, indicating that there was an individual on the roof that did in fact have a weapon.
Who did they radio?
So there was a blanket tactical channel being used.
Everyone heard it.
Everyone that was on that tactical channel heard it, yes.
How much time between that radio communication and the gun being fired at the former president?
That I don't have that information.
Okay. So he parkoured himself up and over somehow. There's the ladder. And now the ladder's gone, apparently. I don't know. Is that the same place? These look brighter green than this one's. Oh, no, but yeah, same plant, sort of. Just different day, maybe. Maybe one day is cloudy and one isn't. Merkel Group said he may have bought the ladder in case the building ended up being harder to climb than expected. The ladder could have already been there from maintenance. A 20-year-old skinny kid would likely be a better climber than a cop. Well, then why didn't the cops see the ladder and use that? It just doesn't make any sense at all. Jack Pozo said hearing a lot of talk that the remote detonated bombs found in Thomas Crook's vehicle were not the kind of device a random 20-year-old would come up with on his own. Also hearing they were not pipe bombs. So there you go. Green Lives Matter said, whoa, did you guys hear what Eli Crane said in the assassination hearing? He said that Thomas Crook's home looked so clean, it looked like a medical lab. So his father is a therapist and his home looked like a medical lab when they searched it. Why would that be the case? MK Ultra brainwashing was historically done in hospitals by therapists. Many Americans believe this was very likely not a lone shooter but a coordinated attempt. Are you aware, sir, that many Americans believe this was very likely not a lone shooter but a coordinated assassination attempt? Have you been getting those messages from people? There's a lot of people in this room that have been getting the same messages. Why do you think, I'm going to let them say it, actually? Because that is what is happening here. Am I going to let them say it? Yes, it's 2 minutes worth. Okay.
Are you aware, sir, that many Americans believe this was very likely not a lone shooter but a coordinated assassination attempt? Have you been getting those messages from people like I have?
I have not, sir.
You haven't? Well, there's a lot of people in this room that have been getting the same messages. Why do you think that is? Why do you think that a lot of Americans are like, this doesn't add up, this doesn't make sense, guys? How could this many things have gone wrong, right? Like the things I pointed out, a 20-year-old kid, got 150 yards of the President of the United States with an AR-15, flew a drone to conduct site surveillance, was spotted with a rangefinder ranging targets, then lost, had advanced explosive devices on him with no military training. Nobody was placed in the most obvious spot to conduct counter-sniper operations. I was a sniper in the SEAL teams, Colonel. As soon as I got out of the SUV and I saw that that water tower, I was like, that's exactly where I'd be. Put me right there. So obvious. After partisan attempts to bankrupt him, imprison him for 750 years, and countless depictions as a modern-day Hitler, are you surprised, sir, that a lot of Americans are like, maybe there's more to this story?
I wouldn't begin to speculate about what the American people think, sir.
Colonel, did your team make entry and conduct investigation at the suspect's home prior to this shooting?
Excuse me, sir. I asked that question.
Did your team make entry and conduct any investigation at the suspect's home?
I believe we had people that participated in that securing of it. There were bomb assets that we provided.
Mr. Chairman, can I have 30 more seconds?
Yeah, I'm letting everybody kind of.
Okay.
On the night of. Since then, none.
Did you get any reports from any of your agents of anything fishy at the home?
I was briefed on.
Was there any silverware found in the home or trash?
I have nothing in the briefing that I was given, sir.
Was it extremely clean, almost like a medical lab? Were you given any of those reports?
I was not giving any of those details, sir.
Okay, that's what I'm hearing. Interesting.
Holy guacamole. Green Lives Matter says, someone make this make sense. Eli Crane is insinuating there was no silverware found in Thomas Crook's house. Thomas Crooks lived with his therapist father, and that when they searched his home, it looked like a medical lab. It was so pristine. Yet the first view of the father we get is someone who, to be frank, does not look like he'd keep a house in that kind of condition. Nothing is making any sense. What are they hiding? This guy? So clean that looked medical, like there was no garbage. Talk about renting a fake house somewhere. Green Lives Matter said, did the feds wipe Thomas Crook's house clean of all fingerprints, utensils and traces of suspects before anyone else had a chance to look at the scene? Listen to his words again. Did your team make entry and conduct investigations at the suspect's home prior to shooting? That is very, very interesting. It's just getting more and more interesting. Okay, I did. Yep, I did that one. Into Thin Air said, breaking mind-blowing info and connections to suspects arrested in Philadelphia. Secret Service has a lot of explaining to do. Multiple suspects were in custody that day. Body looks nothing like Crooks. Were Kenan Hopper and Maxwell Urick at the Butler rally after both being arrested in Philadelphia. Video earshot off Philly cop. Sure looks like the body on the roof is Maxwell while Hopper was arrested. What are we looking at here? Yeah, that's the same photo we saw before. Okay, anyway. They push Hopper into a tent after being arrested as people yell and throw things at him. Okay. What are they doing? Pushing him back in. Huh. Giro said, hey, it turns out the photo that was leaked that looks like Maxwell is digitally altered. You can run it through a program and check the compression to see for yourself. Into Thin Air said, yes, altered to change the ear so we'd think it was Thomas. Okay. Was it just the ear? Seeing the recent footage that was released, the frail, pasty legs, and the fact that the photo is altered really had me thinking. Yep, this is just getting more and more interesting as we go on. Florida man's wife said, did the Secret Service blow his pants off? Why does Crook have pants on climbing the roof in the video, but has shorts on in the dead photo on the roof? The news you don't see said another angle of the rally goers on the ground pointing out and recording Thomas Crooks crawling on the roof. Okay, let's see. Do we see anything? Do we see long pants? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Show us the guy. There's the guy sitting down. And they're calling out that there's someone on the roof. Is that right?
We're going to make America better than ever before. We're going to make it.
Yeah, look, there he is.
Easy, because we have millions and millions of people in our country that shouldn't be here. Dangerous people, criminals.
Okay, he has shorts on in that one.
We have.
I don't know. It's getting very weird. Drew Hernandez said, yeah, FBI Director Christopher Wray is expecting us to believe that little worm Thomas Crooks outsmarted the entire FBI, Secret Service and local law enforcement all by himself. Inside job. Nice one.
Is there any evidence at all that he may have been in contact with somebody else before this occurred that may have had any prior knowledge or may have helped him plan this event?
Well, needless to say, that is a question that we're intensely focused on, because that would obviously be incredibly meaningful. So far, underline, so far, we have not found any evidence of any accomplices or co-conspirators, foreign or domestic.
And you're using geolocation data to see if his cell phone was near another cell phone, I presume?
Right, we're doing lots of different kinds of cellular analysis, geolocation stuff, looking at his accounts. He, from everything we've seen, which is consistent with what we've learned in interviews, a lot of people describe him as a loner. That does kind of fit with what we're seeing in his devices. His list of contacts, for example, is very short, compared to what you would normally see from most people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm sure. What about the FBI links? 80 million votes said, who took this photo of Crooks from inside the building? I don't know. Apparently this was from inside the building. I don't know. Where they said that the Secret Service had every, they could see the whole bloody roof from it. Owen Georgian said, wow, Ray says there were at least 2 instances where FBI officials expressed disappointment that Trump survived an assassination attempt. From the Gateway Pundit. The Gateway, and we were supposed to believe that Trump would-be assassin Thomas Crooks acted alone. FBI Director Christopher Wray appeared before the House Judiciary Committee on the attempted assassination of President Donald Trump. On the 13th, July 13th, President Trump was grazed, after a 20-year-old gunman named Thomas Matthew Crooks climbed on a roof and took several shots at Trump and rallygoers. Okay, Chip Roy asked Ray if any FBI agents expressed disappointment that Trump survived the assassination attempt. In 2015-16, top FBI officials infamously texted about their insurance policy to make sure Trump was never elected or inaugurated as a president, Chip Roy said, referring to Lisa Page and Peter Strzok. Have any FBI agents texted, emailed, or expressed disappointment that Trump survived the assassination attempt, or otherwise editorialized about the assassination attempt? Chip Roy asked Ray. Ray said at least one FBI official has expressed disappointment that Trump wasn't killed by the gunman. That individual has been referred to our inspection division, Ray said. Why wasn't the person fired? You should not have anyone in the FBI who is disappointed that someone did not get assassinated. Maximum Militia Immaculate Media said body cam from Secret Service just confirms second shooter in second floor window. His name is, apparently, allegedly, his name's Greg. Audio analysis confirmed 1 to 3 shots from Crooks, 4 to 7 from Greg, 8 from police sniper. Crooks' shot sounded like squib. No crossfire over stage. Crooks is a patsy. Okay, what's this one?
So this is the guy that
yes, that they sent the Beaver County sniper team and sent the pictures out. This is him.
Okay, all right.
Rifle right there, obviously.
Got it. So the bike in the back.
So did he fall over here and throw his weapon over there before he died? Did he get shot in the head and instead of just dropping the weapon, like, through it? I don't know. Just asking.
Is he on that bike?
We don't know.
We don't know. So
I don't know.
Treating that as suspicious device.
Oh, 1 second. I believe the sniper that seen these and sent the pictures is right inside this building. Michelle, is Greg in there? All right, so if you go to that window that's open and yell for Greg, that's the sniper that sent the original pictures and seen him come from the bike and set the book back down and then lost sight of him.
Okay.
He's the one that sent the pictures out. I don't know if you got the same ones I did.
I think I did, yeah. He's like got his glasses on and he's...
So we had the picture of that.
I got that.
Okay, and then this is his bike with the stuff. And our sniper seen him walking away from that, I believe.
Okay.
But he would be right inside that window. He's the one that physically seen this, sent the pictures, and called it out.
Okay, so and we have somebody detained, correct? There
That
were
I
two
don't know.
people detained on this side.
Our guy that was just up here told me that there's a guy detained who's the owner of the bike. And I said, no, I think that's the owner of the bike.
Yeah, basically when I got up
We've been up here, so we wouldn't know that information.
We just hauled ass. We got over here.
Got it.
We hopped up on the roof.
That's no problem. Is that all your stuff?
That was one of our
Yeah, so someone came up looking to treat him, and that was
Yes.
Okay. Coffee. Gas is off to the building, just so you know.
Thank you. I believe ESP had some.
Yeah, they do. I talked to the guy. They were those people detained were filming.
American Water was notified. They authorized.
Maybe they were involved. Maybe they weren't.
Will start somebody.
Other than that, I haven't heard anybody.
Well, I think it's.
Nothing. Close out the line today.
The guys that saw them filming were like, oh, they were filming us, and then filming the guy up on the roof, and then filming us, and then when the shots started firing, they tried to run away. It was like, isn't that what everybody would do that have a phone? You know, I'm not saying they weren't involved, but you know what I mean? Like that.
It's up in the air right now, right?
Right.
So this guy has said there were a couple of people arrested over somewhere else.
Probably 20 million people. And you know, that's a little bit old, that chart. That chart's a couple of months old. And if you want to really see something that said, take a look what happened. Get the fuck down, goddamn. Probably 20 million people.
Okay.
Muffled, and then right? That's what I hear.
I can tell you this. People are going to say, oh, that was the sniper. Well, there's disparaging stories. First of all, they say the sniper shot one time. So the counter sniper fire should have only been one round, and that one round came much later after that first 8 or 9 shots. So they're saying that the first 8 or 9 shots were from crooks. But when you listen to this audio, and of course I'm going to be playing this, it's very obvious that not only are those first 3 rounds different, but even it almost makes you wonder if there's even a third gun, because there's a third different sound.
And then that one more. That's the 6 I'm unclear on. Let's listen to this again. Muffled, and then right? That's what I hear. Ooh.
The reason why I will point out again that this, I feel like, backs up your claim that a shot was fired, at least some shots were fired inside a building, inside a window, is because the first 3 shots that we hear from the side of this building do not have an echo, which would indicate it being fired from inside a building, and the inside of the building would have captured all that sound, not allowing it to bounce off the walls and the rooftops and things of that nature. Where if you notice, the other reports that come out after the first 3 shots do have an echo.
Here's an interesting thing. 1, 2, and 3, besides being muffled and further away, it doesn't have echoes. Here we have, this is a shot here, this one, this peak. Oh, darn it, I don't have my thing up again. Here we go. So this here is a shot.
That's really interesting, because I heard 3 different noises. So there's the window. There's Crook's body, location. They could have looked from that window or one around the corner. Somebody did take a picture of him that day. Who knows what's going on? Chicago Rose said, check this out. Maxwell Urich and Thomas Crooks trained at Clareton Sportsman Club, the same club DHS and ICE trained since 9/11. Now take a close look at the photo of Urich. Doesn't he look more like the shooter than Crooks? Plot thickens. Yeah, so it just gets more and more strange. Travis said, well, it appears Matthew Crooks was a devout Biden supporter, according to his Gab account. Okay, and I think I want to save some stuff to do over on Rumble. So yeah, we'll do the rest over there. It's already been an hour and 10 minutes. I'll upload this to Rumble as well. But that's really interesting, guys. What do you think? A bit too close to the... What do you guys think? Okay, where am I? I can bring this one over. Can I bring this one over? Hang on. Got to get some momentum happening here. Right. It flipped back. Okay. I can only get so far up, and it's where Shannon said, giddy up. Out to lunch said he's a very bad man. Out to lunch said, will he have less money for food? Dennis Bez said SW couldn't share the link, but Kangaroo Court just wrote up on the nuclear waste dump in Garden Island. Out to lunch said the mugger kind of doing him a favour. Alex said, I'm mainly listening tonight. SW, how you going, SW? Thanks, that would be right. Garden Island is half a Navy base. Well, it's a whole base on half an island. And Alex said, hey, Mr. Smiggles and Bella. Shannon said, Aboriginals eating the bugs before we told you to eat the bugs. Dennis Bez says, Australians say no to nuclear, but they're doing it anyway. Well, we should have nuclear, I believe, anyway. The power is a lot better for and most of what we've been told about nuclear is either a lie or it has been like they have found stuff that doesn't have the same shelf life as like hundreds of years of, you know, what do you call it? Radioactive waste and things like that. They've found things that they have very small shelf lives. Out to lunch said, Alex, hi, praying all is good in your neck of the woods. And out to lunch said, Shannon, you know it. SW said, I've eaten the bugs. Moreton Bay bugs are okay, a bit pricey though. Yeah, aren't they like, what are they? They're like, what are they called? Not shrimp, not crab. Oh shit, Moreton Bay bugs. Okay, that's what they are. Dealey said, black, like yabbies, aren't they? That's what I was looking for, yabbies. Dealey said, black lines matter. Alex said, yes, it's all is good. I just feel really tired tonight. I hope all is good with you and Donna. Out to lunch said, white lines once mattered. Dealey said, out to lunch, hope you and Donna had a wonderful anniversary. Out to lunch said, we mowed Donna's mum and dad's yard. She did most. Oh, God love yous. Kai said, saw a chart outlining who owns what corp, public, about 10% private, everything else is corporate and they all own each other. Yeah. Shannon said, Moreton Bay bugs. Dealey said, whatever floats your boat, glad you have each other. Alex said, happy anniversary, out to lunch and Donna. Dennis Biz said, apparently they only took 1 hour to create mRNA vaccines and they put it in everything, water, food, mosquitoes, hope everyone enjoys their overdose. Kai said, I'll wait to eat the bugs until it's a protest against dying. And Deb said, happy anniversary, Fred and Donna. Dealey said, no weapons formed against me shall prosper. Kai said, Tony just got in, gonna watch and yak with her. Cool. How you going, Tony? Alex said, me too, they can eat the bugs, Kai. Kai said, much love, guys, and many blessings. Out to lunch at work, home, bed routine not broken. Alex said, you too, I hope you and Tony are doing well, Kai. Shannon said, I'll eat the kangaroos, the original fast food. Yeah, they are fast, aren't they? Dealey said, much love to you and Tony, Kai. Geoloft, how you going? And Deb said, you eat Skippy, Shannon. Geoloft said, hey there, Alex. Deb said, hey, Geoloft. Out to lunch said, van and bike. With bike and back to right over there, probably. Yeah, but then where did the Hyundai come from? I don't know. There's a lot of stuff. It sounds really weird. They can't get their story straight. Sounds to me. Conchega said, Dennis Biz, that's because the Corporation Australia was taken with EO 13818 and EO Executive Order 13848 and now part of the 1776 Republic, US. Shannon said, put the bike in the van, park van, ride to location, stole Dad's Walmart brand AR. Shannon said, woohoo, Republic, of down understand. Out to lunch said lofts of geo. Oh, that K could be a high-end store name. Lofts of geo. SW said, was thinking instead of the kanga and emu and the coat of arms, the outback should use the blowy and mozzie, a lot more of them. Yeah, blowflies and mosquitoes. Shannon said the ladder was behind the pine tree. Alex said the cow took it, Shannon. Out to lunch said, someone stole the ladder, aluminium is high. Shannon said, I thought it was Thomas Rooks, not Matthew. Conchega said, SW, the rat and the turkey were amoral seals from letterheads. They just made changes and copyrighted it. We're still under the line and unicorn. Deb said the cow used the ladder to get up on the slope roof. Out to lunch said, anyone seen the name of the gay cowboy riding a horse on its head? Nope. Shannon said, it's not a horse, it's a unicorn. Oh dear. Out to lunch said, the other cowboy said, you don't ride horses that way. And everyone's laughing. It went straight over my head. Out to lunch said, oh, Shannon, you know it. Deb said, the men in grey. Shannon said, sorry, stole your thunder. Out to lunch. Alex said, I saw a video of one of the soldiers aiming a gun at Trump when they were putting him in the car. SW said, no more toilet liquors popping up to gross. Oh, I hope not. That's enough to make me vomit, that shit. I don't want to see that again. Okay, Shannon said, was that from Zeducation? I think that's where I saw it. Conchega said, has anyone seen the video with 2 Donald Trumps? Out to lunch said, no, I'm good, brother. Flyby Stew said, hey, up Hev. Still looking at the fake shooting? Yeah. Yes, I am, because it's gonna expose things. More ways than one, let me tell you. 3-letter agencies, Secret Service. Wait till it comes out. It's going to be interesting. Alex said, looked like he was given orders in an earpiece, aimed the gun and then dropped it back down, Conchega. Shannon said, I saw that, but I'm sure that car is bulletproof. Deb said, yes, the second shooter, they didn't want people to see the other shooters. Shannon said, Looney Tunes. Conchega said, Alex, yep, that will be dealt with. Alex said, blimey, this story gets weirder and weirder, doesn't it? That's why I thought I'd cover it. Because it's getting stranger and stranger. Hey, Flyby Stew, yes, gives new meaning to all the world's a stage. Alex said, truth always comes out in the end, Conchega. Deb said, how much did they get paid? Flyby Stew said, Alex, good morning. Alex said, it's all a movie, not a very good one. Shannon said, if you want to take care of yourselves, you better stop buying all that soda pop. Yeah, the father bought. And that father is a therapist who keeps his house like medically clean. I don't think so. We're not talking about the same person here. Geoloff said, I wonder how long it'll be before Daddy and Mummy win the lottery. That's how they get paid off, Geoloft. Out to lunch said, pull the Honda with the van too. Simple, yeah. Shannon said, had a red dot, not a scope. Okay. Deb said, yes, that's right. Win the lottery. Good one, Geoloft. Out to lunch said, a GoFundMe with Kamala donation type money, maybe. Geoloff said, Dirty Sanchez classic. Oh, dear. Shannon said, who wants a moustache? Right? No, thank you. SW said, yes, Shannon times 1. No, Shannon times 1 magnification. Out to lunch said, Alabama Hot Pocket. Alex said, is that code for nice play out from BlackRock, Geoloft? Shannon said, 0 magnification on a red dot. It's just a dot projected onto a piece of glass. SW said, blood splatter? None. Out to lunch said, need to run a blood investigation on it. Out to lunch said, what is that dye? Shannon said, too late now, they power washed it off. Out to lunch said, Timmy? Geoloff said, Deb, Alex, I thought that list of lottery winners was interesting and interesting to cash out people involved in a conspiracy. Bit like the handy book one. That rhymes with handy book. Flyby Stu said the only difference is they crashed Trump through the courts. They'll be up for the same end. Out to lunch said Natalie, I don't think so. Liminal is some good stuff. Out to lunch so they'll say Trump got that woman shot. Shannon said I had a red Holden Colt, but it was slow and cramped, but great on fuel. Shannon said 45 miles per gallon. SW's laughing. Deb said bloody idiots can't get their stories straight. Dennis Bez said he would have to be a genius with 8 arms. In other words, an octopus, said SW. Flyby Stew said, good night, everyone. I don't need to hear this. Take care. Have a good one, Flyby Stew. Dennis Biz said, SW, next they'll be reporting on a robo-octopus. Nano. It's also ridiculous. Geoloff said, I still maintain the theory of those trapped in the World Trade Centers that they were subjects of witness protection that were no longer useful to the system. Chew on that. Interesting. SW said, just had to tell Max my dog has just become a brother for the first time, and yes, they share the same data. Alex said, I'm sure I heard that apparently it was CNN's first time live streaming a Trump rally. Not sure how true that is, though, and can't remember where I saw it. Yes, it could have been on one of my videos, because most of the mainstream media, I believe it was their first live streaming of a Trump rally. They don't normally cover them. Deb said, just look at the idiots that they had protecting him in the first place. Trump. Alex said, oh, how cute, SW. Conchega said, SW, you mean your Canis? Dennis Beers said, SW, oh, sweet. Shannon said, Crooks has multiple bodies to go with his multiple personalities and genders. Apparently. Deb's laughing at Shannon. Judy said, I'm going to a rally on the 31st. Ah, Judy, how you going? That's good. Should be interesting. I'd love to go to one of his rallies. Out to lunch, said Alex. I think that's true. Deb said, too many letters for me. Pardon me. Conchega said, I'm now identifying as transparent. My pronouns are who, where. SW said, I got a pic and they look like a bunch of adorable first offenders in a police lineup. Alex said, Biden grew a few inches in height too, apparently. Yeah, apparently he's gotten taller. It's not Biden. He's gone. Not at all. And Dealey said, Judy with the... Out to lunch said, you would be amazed where you can get into carrying a ladder. I'm sure. SW said they had him on the rack, Alex. Shannon said, less neck, more eyes. Come on, cameraman. Alex said, I hope you enjoy it and stay safe, Judy. Shannon said, unless they have cleavage. Oh, and then you want it on their neck and chest. Dealey said, Kay Yowie. I'm laughing. Conchega Yowie said, Alex, lucky Jill. Conchega said, Shannon, yes, please. Judy said, thanks, kind of nervous, but it's inside. Oh, that's good. Geoloff said, the very word secrecy is repugnant in a free and open society, and we are, as a people, inherently and historically opposed to secret societies, to secret oaths, and to secret proceedings. JFK. Exactly, Geoloff. Shannon said, yes, but you have to be wearing fluorescent yellow or orange. Conchega said, societies with secrets. Alex said, that's why I added the height bit, Conchega. Shannon said, JFK, it's a lovely day to drive with the top down, keep an open mind about things. Out to lunch said, please wear something for us to see you, please. Who are you talking to about? Sorry. Out to lunch? I don't know. Oh, is he talking about... I'm confused now. Talking about something that had to do with the visible, like, you know, the high-vis vests or something. Deb said maybe the ladder went into a different dimension. Conchega said, Shannon, keep your clone close. Shannon said, wouldn't you get range from your shooting spot not down on the ground? Geoloff said, listen closely, guys, to the cross-examination by the Senate. Judy said, Benny Johnson is doing a deep dive into investigation too. Oh, cool. And Out to lunch said they retracted their own message. Shannon said, Austin Powers, bring in these clones. Hey, Zal, how you going? Good to see ya. Dennis Spiz said a friend in hospital sent a photo of a sign. Vic Health report a patient's sex, birth and gender to the Department of Health from the 1st of 7th, 2024 to provide better and more inclusive healthcare to our communities. God help them. Shannon said, I heard it was Hoarder's house and they wiped it clean, no silverware. Conchega said, Shannon, clones in my coffee. Sounds like a name of a song, Conchega. Zal said, Zal the gal. Out to lunch said, Zal the gal. Zal said, g'day, Alex. Geoloff said, did your team make entry into the suspect's home prior to the attempt on Trump? The house was cleaned before the attempt. There you go. Sal said, out to lunch. I know it rhymes, but I ain't no gal. Alex said, it's all iffy, Geoloft. Dealey said, hey, Zal. Shannon said, jokers to the left of me, clones to the right. Here I am, stuck in a movie with you. Exactly. Oh, dear God, help us. Seriously. Out to lunch said, got 2.5 hour iron infusion yesterday. Oh, I hope you're feeling better, out to lunch. Shannon said, that was Breaking Bad. Sal said, g'day, Dealey. Out to lunch said, second 30-minute one is going to be Thursday. Out to lunch said, Thursday is last one. Alex said, pass the popcorn, Shannon. Shannon said, guess it's too late to work on his tan. Zal said, check the shoe left on stage platform. That is another telltale sign of event management. I heard that one of the Secret Service stepped on his foot. That's why his shoe came off. I don't know. It's all just getting very confusing right now. Dealey said, yeah, okay, out to lunch. Out to lunch said that tin roof had to be hot. SW said your pants shrink when you get shot. Out to lunch said sunglasses. Zal said always the lone gunman script. Conchega said Zal, Freemasonry. Out to lunch said SW filled too. Zal said g'day KY. Out to lunch said so far, so far. SW said where was the splatter? Zal said all the usual complicit groups were called to take part in. Yep. Out to lunch said SW all over the place. Oh, where was the splatter? SW out all over the place, said out to lunch. Shannon said a loner or assassin for hire. Luna said this stuff is crazy and makes no sense. It doesn't. That's why it's going to expose everything. I think, especially the three later agencies and what they have done in the past and what they try to do now or whatever they're showing us. We're being shown things. Zal said it's designed to be that way, Luna. SW said, hi, Luna. Alex said, yeah, like Las Vegas and JFK, definitely only one pew-pew. Zal, yep. Hey, Darren, how you going? Hey, guys, I've been watching on TV, so much BS about the shooter. What can we believe? Nothing at the moment. Alex said, hey, Darren and Debbie, how you going? Darren said, good to see you, Alex. Out to lunch said, what Secret Service sniper killed by? Susie said, Crook's heritage is second-generation Manchurian, I reckon. Yeah. Out to lunch said, was he killed by? Oh, what Secret Service sniper was he killed by? It's interesting. We don't know any of that yet. Sal said, Alex, PK Truth, Old Demigod, and a whole host of other channels back in the day exposed the so-called events involving the same script over and over again. Yes, they did. Conchegi said, hey, Zal. G'day, Darren, said Zal. Out to lunch said, sorry, I'm high. Alex said, you too. I don't think we can trust anything the MSM says as always, Darren. Dealey said that the Vegas event was all about taking that cop out. He had evidence of Obama and Harrison murder, trafficking, and cover-up. There you go. Zal said, all is set up, more turds floating to the top of the bowl daily. Yeah, they catch him in the setup, see? That's what happens. They're all being set. The whole time they've been set up and they've fallen in every trap and they're still doing it and it's going to keep going. Darren said the video of him on the roof definitely showed him wearing trousers. Did it? Another video? Alex said, yeah, I know. There's never only just one shooter. I watched a really good breakdown of Las Vegas and you can hear multiple. Out to lunch said, doesn't headshots just drop? You're right. That's what I thought. A headshot would just make you drop. You wouldn't be able to throw. Like the gun was, 6 to 8 feet from him? I don't know. Alex said they try and gaslight us on what we actually see and hear with our own eyes and ears. Susie, how you going? The guy in the red tie looks like a man in black. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I wonder who he is too. I kind of want to know who everyone is now. Alex said, hey, Susie, good to see you. Hope you're well. Everyone's saying, hello, Susie. Shannon said, do a powder residue test in that room with the open window. Susie said, I'm well, Alex. How are you? Darren said, whatever facts come out, it was 100% aided by Fed agencies. Shannon said, what about the guy in grey with a red tie? Yes, exactly. We want to know who these people are. Alex said, I'm good, thank you, Susie. Susie said, hey, D-Lee, big hugs. Shannon said, 15 seconds later. D-Lee said, Susie, so good to see you. SW said, would be hard to miss a pair of nuts the size of Trump's at that range. Out to lunch, did anyone remember the movie FX where they assassinate someone but not really? No. FX. Sounds interesting. Might have to write that down if I can find a pen. No pen to be seen anywhere. Oh, there's one. So it's called FX. Okay, as Al said, the Trump-hating normies at my work are already calling it fake because they've been told to think that. Oh, jumped. Okay, where is it? Oh, it was way back, further than I thought. Yeah, Jill Biden was in 2 places on one day, apparently. Okay. Susie said they're trying to say that Trump had himself shot for sympathy and that's why it was the Greys Dems never stop. Darren said whether the echo means it was inside a building or not does prove they came from different location from the first 3. Out to lunch says special effects specialists. Shannon said they register as Republicans to get their rhinos in. Shannon said, a.k.a. Nikki Haley. Exactly. Susie said, hi, out to lunch. I vaguely remember that movie. Is that the movie with Brian Brown in it? GLoff said, I wonder what the shot spotter sensor data will reveal. Here in the US, we have public listening devices called Shot Spotter. They are located everywhere. There are even mobile versions of this tech. Ah. Out to lunch said we were telling Seinfeld references. Sal said we should have the free energy technology they took away from us in 1902. Shannon said half-life, not shelf life, lol. That, you know what I mean. You know what I mean. I'm a half-wit, it's all right. I'm a half-shelf. Okay. Out to lunch, Susie said, just remember at the end they made it look so real, and I said, wow, he's not dead. Deb said, it's all the show, the corruption like the past of the show. Deb said, I love Seinfeld, so do I. D-Lee said, has anyone heard of the Invention Secrecy Act? No. Invention Secrecy Act. Sal says, has anyone ever asked the Aboriginals how they feel about the excessive immigration into their lands? I don't think they wouldn't have thought of that, no. Shannon said, happy anniversary. Susie said, the weird thing about the shooting was that everything happened so slowly, like they were trying to get in as many people as possible to see things unfolding, and they took forever to get Trump off stage. Luna said, I love my weekends that Hev is on. And Sal said, g'day, Deb. Susie said, your hair is growing like stink. Looks good. It's growing fast. It's growing very fast. Darren said, SS didn't even jump to protect Trump until the shooting was over. Yeah, exactly. Shannon says something about a man in a puffy shirt, Debs, or a pirate fetish. Alex said, me too, Luna. Out to lunch said, yeah, Susie Brown was in it. Cheryl Johns, how you going? Quick update on Pedro. He got sent home on hospice. Surgery isn't PI. Kidneys at stage 3 failure. Oh, Cheryl, I hope he's all right. Isn't possible. Shannon said, vote for Pedro. Sal said, apparently Jill Biden was in 2 places at once the other day. Yeah, she was at the Olympics in Paris and she was with Joe as well in America. Out to lunch said Brian Dennehy or something like that. And Cheryl said, hey, Alex. Shannon said, pray for Pedro. Alex said, I'm sorry to hear that. Sending love to you and Pedro, definitely. Out to lunch said, spare wall with pin and red string. Cheryl said, Pedro has 1 or 2 months to live, so I'm just loving him and playing with him when he's laying down. Oh, God love ya. Oh. Oh, feel for you, honestly. Sal said his father looks like Michael Moore's relative. Susie said, Hev, what's the symbolism of this shooting ritual? I don't know, it's so confusing at the moment. But yeah, I think it's, I don't know, well, I think it's for exposure. That's what I think it's for. But they could have been trying to do a ritual or something, but it's just going to expose them. That's all I can see from all of this, exposure. Out to lunch said, bring on the pictures. Shannon said it took 2 of them to lug that shopping cart to the car. Alex said, bless him, and he's in the best place with his mummy, Cheryl. Yep. It's sad, though, isn't it? You feel for them. You want to help them. Just be there with them. Shannon said, hey, Zelensky. Shannon said, bowling for Columbine. Zena said, good morning, everyone. How you going, Zena? Luna said, glad you liked my email last week, Hev. Oh! Do you want me to tell them? I'll tell them. Luna is having twin girls, and she's naming one of them Heather. And I'm so humbled and chuffed and can't believe it. She said she's naming one of the little girls after me, one of her twins. And honestly, oh, thank you, Luna. That's lovely. So gorgeous. Who was the other one? Was her name Grace? Or hang on. I've got to get this right. Hang on. I've got to find the email now. Oh my goodness. Will I find the email? I should find it because I would have opened it. And oh, there it is. Oh, that's not the rest of it. Hang on. Where is it? Where's the rest of it? Or do I just have to scroll up? I can't work out. Okay, hang on. Show quoted text. There we go. And where's the attachment gone? Where'd it go to? Where did it go? Where? No! Undo. Bring it back. I don't know what I'm doing here, honestly. Ah, Luna, you're going to have to tell us the name of the other little one. Oh, there it is. I brought it back. I just can't find the attachment. Oh, my goodness. Susie said, what happened to Biden? Apparently his resignation wasn't even on White House stationery and has disappeared. Well, apparently he's back, but it's not Biden. Apparently he's grown a few inches, if it is him. Shannon said, hey, Zena. And Delia said, good to see you, Zena. And Susie and Zena said, I think the plan was to top bot T and J, then chaos. Zena said, Alex, Delia, everyone in the chat, big love to you all. Alex said, I saw a video of Kamala slipping, saying Joe on a recording, then correcting herself to say on the phone. Yes, I played that one too. I don't think he'll be back. They did what they needed with him, I think, Susie. Shannon said they really wanted that kill shot in 4K. Hey, Charles, how you going? Good to see ya. Shannon said, not only is he taller, he's walking better again. I'm sure he is, because it's not him. Alex said, yeah, Shannon, all Trump's shares were put down or up just before, I think, too. Yes, they were. Alex said, I think it was for Judy to wear something visible at the rally. Aussie have. Oh, yes, wear something visible. Like one of those high-vis vests. So we all see her and wave. Everyone will be waving. Out to lunch said Alex short sale, I believe. Zena said, hey, Shannon, I reckon they drugged Biden so big before the debate to humiliate him. Do Trump and then the brain damage B just falls. Susie said, Alex, I know they have doubles that last Biden didn't look or act human. When answered a question saying he enjoyed being a black woman, I knew he was done for. Alex said, I don't know much about stocks and shares, but I know something happened with Trump's just before. Shannon said, but cancelled the bid when it did not go as expected. Normal people can't do that with stock puts. Yes, exactly. Sena said they put the kid on the roof. He climbed out the window. Dealey said the shoe thing is Freemasonry, Trump is. Charles went, yo, Alex. Zena said, look, everyone, there's someone on the roof. Don't look at the water tower where all the action is. Out to lunch said, Truth Social, I believe. I think it was like a GameStop thing, maybe. Alex said he was taller too. Cue the Simpsons moment when they ripped skin suits off the aliens, Susie Fraser. Out to lunch said, they knew Mr. T was getting shot. Zena said, is a shoe thing a ritual? They did it to Hillary? I don't know. Alex said it seemed so blatant and twisted they knew what they were doing. And it jumped again. There you go. Jade was the other one. Oh, you're beautiful. I feel so chuffed. I feel so humbled by that. Someone naming their daughter after me. Oh my God, it's never happened before. Where was I up to? I keep thinking I'm near the end and it's way back. Okay. I think I'm back where I was. Alex said, it seems so blatant and twisted they knew what they were doing. Out to lunch said, we say that the Simpsons predict, but is it them copying the Simpsons? Dealey said, yes, Zena, they take their shoes off. Alex said, it's getting to that moment where I don't think it's far off, Dealey. Darren said, as obvious as it is, no one will be accountable. Alex said, bloody inverted world. Shannon said, yes, FX is a great movie. Zena said, I just thought that they were the only words we heard. Zena said, let me get my shoe. Susie said, so last week, 12 earthquakes off the BC coast and Trump shot worldwide IT breakdown, riots and leaves, Black Lives Matter. Why are they laying it on so thick? Are they panicking? Yes. They're throwing everything they've got at it now. Dealey said the point of the Simpsons is to tell us what their plan is. Shannon said the Simpsons even had the Huck 2 girl. So he said, Hev, it was an Antifa guy, that Maxwell guy. He had quite a history. Yeah, but so was the first one, Mark Violets or something. Does anyone remember that? It's a totally different looking guy than what we've seen now. But anyway, I don't know. But most of them were. That's why I'm wondering if the first guy, because he was in Antifa as well, was he actually part of it and just got I don't know. Out to lunch said Nostradamus said word and they make things happen to match. It's not that he had predicted it. Zena said he's been missing since that day. Darren said maybe they get their orders from the cartoons. I want to see the... which one? Hang on. Don't worry about it. It went out of my head. I had a thought and then it went. That's how half life Hev is, half shelf Hev is. Hev's not with it today. Okay. Zena said he's been missing since that day. Maybe they get their orders from the cartoons, said Darren. Sal said, why didn't they just call the accident hitman to take out Trump? Sue said, out to lunch. Quasimodo predicted all this. Deb said, half shelf. Out to lunch said, that name doesn't ring a bell. Deb said, hey, Susie. Shannon said, half wits and a half shell. She's a retarded Ninja Turtle. Exactly, Shannon. Yes. Teenage mutant. No, I'm not teenage either. I'm just a mutant Ninja Turtle. Out to lunch, said Susie. Zal said all those Secret Service dupes were DEI hire. D. Lee said by putting it in cartoons, they know nobody will believe them and try and stop them. All I'm thinking at the moment is like Roadrunner and Coyote type cartoon. The left being the Coyote. You know how they try to hit the Roadrunner with everything and it backfires on them? That's what I was trying to think of before. It went straight out of my head and it just came back. How's that? Okay. Deb said, men in uniform, is there anything that floats my boat? I like a man in uniform. Okay, let's not worry about that. Susie said, hiya, Deb. Out to lunch, said Zal is calling the FBI the N-word. No? Oh. Deb said, do you mean like Santa Claus in every shopping centre? Shannon said, that's why you live so close to an airbase, Deb. SW said, Pedro. Shannon said, just like that scene in Miranda, Deb, lol. And Deb said, yep, Shannon. Pat said, funny how Trump is suddenly a god man, but doesn't mind hiring a church for a rally and encourages people to scream out BS in church. Kids are there as well, not a believer. Where did this happen, Pat? I haven't seen anything on that at all. Alex said, I've not seen the Olympic ceremony, but no doubt it was full of horrible stuff like the London 2012 one. Out to lunch, said, Pat, that is weird. Zena said, Delia, they put their plan into 2D project it into our minds, then we, with our creative power of thought, subconsciously created in our world. Sal said, congrats, Luna. And Deb said, Miranda is very funny. And Cynthia said, oh, much love. And Out to lunch said, oh, Luna. And Cynthia's put hearts in there. And Shannon said, too soon for gender, Luna. And Out to lunch said, Hev, oh. Deb said, how wonderful, lovely name. Yeah. And I knew it was like a nice name. That's why I said Grace. And I thought, no, it doesn't sound right. It was Jade. Oh. Alex said, oh, congratulations. How lovely to name one of your beautiful daughters Heather. Grace is a beautiful name too, Luna. It is, but it was actually Jade. So, my mistake. I just couldn't find I can't find the picture. I don't know where it went. I think I downloaded it somewhere. Anyway, I'll find it sooner or later. Adelie said, awesome, Luna. Sybil said, that's beautiful. Have much love. Hey, Sybil, how you going? Thank you. It is. I feel so. Oh. Out to lunch said, twin tennis players. Susie said, congratulations, Luna. That's the best news. Best wishes to you and your family. Shannon said, imagine what Hev will do when she finds out I named one of my chooks Heather with a feather for inclement weather. That's fine, Shannon. I'm humbled. Thank you. You named one of your chickens after me. And Zal said, oh, Biden. Luna said, Jade Millie and Heather Alexandra. Oh. And Sybil said, congratulations, Luna. I got twin girls myself. It's the most fun ever. God bless. Oh. Sherry said, oh, so sweet, Luna. After our sweet Hev, congrats on the twins. How you going, Sherry? And Kachega Yowie said, see ya, peeps. Ciao. And Deb said, congratulations, Luna. And Alex said, I think Obama has been in Biden's ear for the last 4. Yeah, talking through one of those earpieces. Deb said, it's been said that it's Jim Carrey playing the role of biting or Biden. Biting? As in biting or Biden? Deb. Sherry said, Shannon, and laughing. SW said, stay cool, KY. And Deb said, hey, Sybil. Sal said, the clone of Obama, Alex. Susie said, there's a freaking pregnant man emoji, but no... Oh, really? There's not a woman pregnant emoji, but there is a man one. That's insane. Alex said, now he's pulled the plug out of him. Pat said, they tightened Biden's nuts. Alex said, clone of Christmas past, Zal. Zal's laughing. Sybil said, hi there, Deb. Much love to all in the chat. Out to lunch said, Susie, is there a difference, pregnant man and woman? Alex said, yes, I noticed that the other day. It's Billy Goat Gates pregnant emoji, Susie. Deb said, KY is Kinchegi Yowie SW. Out to lunch said, I've seen a video of who owns what stock and it's amazing. Yeah, they all own each other. Alex said, I think I did know it was there, but I forgot and saw it again the other day. This world is bonkers. Lol, men can get pregnant too, you know, Susie. SW said, anagram. Shannon said, shoe or lost soul. Deb said, they are both very beautiful names, Luna. Deb said, Project Looking Glass, that's how the Simpsons know everything. Out to lunch said, certain socks own other certain stocks. Socks. I think I need a cigarette and a cup of tea. Certain stocks own other stocks, so no stock wants another stock to fail. Sybil said, Antifa gets paid with credit cards and the FBI are in bed with them. Yeah, I agree. Sal said, Nostradamus was one of theirs. Susie said, yeah, there's a difference. Men can't be pregnant. Yeshua help us all. They want a sick, inverted world. Shannon said, that's why Trump goes orange radiation from the looking glass. Alex said, that's so lovely, Luna. And Deb said, no, you are not an airhead, Hev. I am sometimes. I really, really am sometimes. Not when it comes to this, but like, sometimes I just forget even a word that I'm trying to think of, like, or a cartoon like the Roadrunner and... What is it? See? I'm a freaking airhead. Okay. The Roadrunner and the Coyote, that's right. Zal said, come on, Susie, according to the current woke narrative, men can get pregnant. Luna said, I'm 21 weeks. Oh, how lovely. Deb said, so Hev is running cartoons in her head. Yes. The Roadrunner. Geoloff said, hey, Hev, can you hit up the NPC show on YouTube to see Trump speaking in Mar-a-Lago tonight? The NPC show has all the Trump rallies when they go live. I don't know, am I allowed to without getting... Oh, actually, I've got to go and do a Rumble live. I haven't done a Rumble live for ages. And I don't know about that from here. I don't know. I know other people can stream people's shows, but when I try and do it, they always hit me with copyrights. Out to lunch said, ship high in transit shit. Deb said, lunchtime is the best. The Air Force guy are at my local shops. Pat said, I'll try and find the clip. We don't see all these rallies. Out to lunch said, bullshit is manure. And Deb said, hey, Pat. And Geoloff said, congratulations, Luna and family. Zal said, a bantam, no doubt, Shannon. Sherry said, I watch all the Trump rallies and I haven't seen anything with Trump in a church. Yeah, me neither. SW said, a good layer. A good layer or good lawyer or what? Oh, you guys, what are you talking about? You're talking about Shannon naming his chicken after me? Being a bantam? A good layout? No, you're not saying that. No, it's not happening. This is just... I'm sleeping, okay? And Deb's laughing at Shannon, and Shannon said the advantage of conjoined twins is that there's less chance of them splitting up and getting lost in the shopping centre. Shannon. You make me read these things out. No, you don't. Actually, I should read it first before I read it out loud. Out to lunch said, you know why Batman likes solitaire? Out to lunch said, no Joker. Deb said, Biden have. Dealey said, Shannon, you're on a roll tonight. Deb said, oh my God, my mum would never have survived if there were two of me. Shannon said, it is the smallest chook, so cute. Oh, cool. Okay. Deb said, all those companies, I guess, that's why they call them the umbrella company. Yeah, I was thinking I was in a nightmare for a minute there. Susie said, they say Obama comes from Egyptian bloodline descended from Akhenaten. Obama looks a lot like the statue of him. He does. Shannon said, Nostradamus sees and smells in stereo. Deb said, come on, Ben's a Biden and socks and stocks. So you meant Biden. Okay, you meant Biden, Deb. So you did not mean, what was it that I was saying? Oh my God. I can't remember. I get it though. I get what you mean. You were correcting yourself. Okay. Deb said, oh my God. Oh, yep, I read that one. I did read that one and that one. Deb said, all those companies, I guess that's what they call them, the umbrella company. Tickle. Glad I got water. Susie said, they say Obama comes from an Egyptian bloodline. Yep, Akhenaten. I read that. Deb said, come on, bins, a Biden. And there you go. And socks and stock. I did read that too. I thought it was Kenya, but I think I've seen that statue, Susie. Shannon said stalker. SW said Air Force. Darren said, what does the picture have? Oh, it was a picture of a pregnant belly with a T-shirt with names on it. Deb said men use tampons too. They have a man brand of tampons. And what do they do with that? Shove it up their ass? I don't know. Where else are they going to do it? Where else are they going to put one? And Deb's laughing. Zal's laughing. Deb said, ship, ship, ship. Alex said, I must have missed that chicken chat. Yeah, I don't think I'm not with it. I'm really not here at the moment. I need a cigarette and a cup of tea. RAAF, Raleigh, round after 4. Out to lunch, said, Shannon, don't choke that chicken. Deb's laughing at Shannon. Out to lunch, said, when picking it up. Susie said, Alex Obama's past is totally invented. It was his father that was actually white and the mother was African by way of Egypt. I can't even read now. Alex said they take used ones out of women's bins in public toilets. I don't even want to know what they do with them ones. Shannon said, I prefer the term hanging foul. Deb said, yes, SW, it was great when there was when there was an Air Force bar. Alex said, wasn't he mates with Osama Bin too, Susie? Luna said, I need to go make a cheese and green tomato pickle sandwich. Deb said, Alex. Darren said, I meant the picture in your room. Oh my God, by the time I get to the next comment, I don't know what the hell we're talking about. The picture in my room, that is of a storm. Do you want me to show you? Hang on a sec. It's a nice picture. I used to collect pictures of storms. It's called Thunderstruck. Oh, there's a big light in there. It's called Thunderstruck and it's a lightning storm. I don't know if that's what you're talking about now, so, because I'm really getting distracted because I really want a cigarette. And yeah. Okay. Is that what you were talking about? I don't even know. You meant the picture in my room. Yes, you did mean the picture in my room. So that's what that is, okay? Alex said, that sounds yummy. Yeah, and I need to eat too. SW said, Deb, I sometimes miss the sailors' bars. Pretty cool. Shannon said, I got a bowel cancer. It's not a bowel cancer, it's a bowel cancer test. From the government in the mail, but I ain't giving them shit. Out to lunch said, you'll see the heartwarming story of the ladies that gave this one glass back and forth. Okay, out to lunch. I'm not reading the rest of that one. Mrs. Sells said, has anyone seen young Camilla on Montel's arm in a dress? Is she another Michael Obama? Are hermaphrodites taking over? I don't know, but it's interesting, isn't it? I have seen her on Montel's arm, yes, in a dress. Deb said, yes, Lynn, it sounds good, but is that what the girls want? Geoloff said, just FYI, if you guys didn't catch it, there's now a federal and 50 state law that now prohibits public outdoor encampments. California and Florida is spending $1 billion to clean up the streets. And someone said, Deb, you said you need a chuff, Hev. Yes, exactly. That's exactly what I need. SW said, whoops, that went unnoticed. Sherry said, Hev, that's the only place they could put a tampon. I was wondering after the operation, do they then try and that would just make a massive infection? But I'm wondering if they try. I don't know. I don't know. Alex said, these perverts are gross. I saw a screenshot of a forum of them all talking about it and using them. Friggin' sick. They are allowed to be in there too, Deb. Shannon said, get ready for their chair fart. Oh, my chair makes lots of noise. Every time I move, it doesn't matter what I do. Out to lunch said, see the story of the Alabama Hot Pocket too? I have no idea what you're talking about, so if it's rude, I'm sorry, I have no idea, okay? Shoo. Deb said, hey, Sherry. Darren said, storms do look awesome. Hev said, Alex said, that's a lovely picture, a good thunderstorm. Where'd I get a Hev from? I'm calling Alex Hev now. Shit. I really do need to go and have a cup of tea and a cigarette and a chuff. D-Lee said, Shannon, me too. They keep texting me about it too. They want my shit bad. Yeah, don't give me shit. No, don't do that. I don't give a shit. I just don't. Shannon said, na, thunder. Oh, yeah. Na, thunder. Thunderstruck. Okay. Out to lunch said, look for them at your grocer's freezer or wherever you asked for them by name. Deb said, yes, I had that picture once. Yeah, I had heaps of them. I had bigger ones too. And I had one with a really long road and a lightning strike right at the end in the mountains. Oh, lost them all moving time and time again. Luna said, yes, Deb, we've already eaten half the jar as my friend's Pop made it. And we'll never eat the one from the shops again. It's so good. GLF said, all states have to comply with the new law or lose federal funds. Darren said, why do they want us to give them shit? Sounds like everyone got that test pack. Yeah, they do. They send them out in the mail. Mitz Sells said, check out the pic again and look down. Which pic? My picture? That one? Deb said, homemade always best, Luna. Sue said, are any of you guys watching a spy series on Apple TV called Slow Horses? It's so good. Good old Gary Oldman. No, I don't have Apple TV. Out to lunch said, Gavin to get rid of homeless camps. Deb said, hey, Mitzells. Shannon said, probably collection DNA. Alex said, Hev 2.0. Yeah, Alex is Hev 2.0. Deb said, yes, Hev, we believe you. Sherry said, I was sent a colon test back in the mail almost a year ago. I haven't sent it back. Told them I'm not sending my DNA in the mail. F off. Yeah, exactly. Out to lunch said, you all ever been stalked like gang stalking with white vehicles? No, I hope. Deb said, Alex, you are now Hev. Darren said, maybe they want to misdiagnose people with bowel cancer to make them sick with meds or remove. No, they want you to go for more treatment. That's what they want. Look, if they misdiagnose you, right, and then you go for treatment, it costs a lot of money. Doesn't matter whether you got it or not. You paid them the money. Because there's a lot of apparent, misdiagnosis going on. Alex said, I thought you were singing. Nah, give it up, baby. Shannon said, that one was called Jesus Really Hate That. Really? That one was called Jesus Really Hated That Guy. Shannon said, new app text to sing. You're going to have to donate for me to sing from now on. That's what I'm going to start doing. You got to donate for me to sing. I shouldn't sing, seriously. I'm not good at it. Mount Sells said, Camilla pick with Montel. Shannon said, I think they're scrubbing Camilla's evil deed from the interwebs. They're trying. Out to lunch said, have you not ever noticed white vehicles? Yeah, I notice them all the time, but like I don't think they're following me. I don't know. Maybe I haven't noticed. Deb said, I want another sing-along, but I'll settle for watch party. Geoloff said, use some Lada's lubricant on the base of that chair to get rid of the noises, and it won't hurt your cats if they come into contact with it. Oh, that's not a bad idea, actually, Geoloff. I should. Shannon said, lies. Hev loves to sing. Sometimes I do. Sybil said, thanks for the singing, Hev. Yeah, it wasn't a good one this time, though. Darren said they got sulky with me because I didn't send the test, said I would be offended, offered another chance in a few years. Oh, well, I'd be offended if I was offered another chance in a few years. Out to lunch said, can't make Hev paranoid. Yeah, I don't know. By the time I get there, I don't know what you're going on about. By the time I get to these comments, I'm going, now, what are we talking about here? I can't remember. Like, seriously. Lady Stardust, how you going, Lady Stardust? Said Chevron doctrine is being ignored. FDA, TGA, no power to clock. Alternative healing. Luna said, we love it when Hev sings. Deb said, oh my God, Hev not a singer. Laughing. Alex said, we should do call and carry. Oh, yeah. Hey, you know what? That'd be good. Calling karaoke. Out to lunch said, white is the cheapest colour, more white sold than other colours. There you go. But I don't notice them following me out to lunch. So either I'm just not noticing, or there's a lot of white cars that, you know, could be following you. I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there for today because I've got to jump over on Rumble shortly and do a quick stream over there. It's only going to be a quick one, so if you want to join us, you know, you can. Anyway, guys, much love, and I'll talk to you soon. 45 signed release of medbeds. And Poker Night said SW. Okay, with that, I'm going. Bye.
I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago. I've changed for the better this time. I thought I would never be fine. I strive just to say I'm alright, and for the first time in a long time I'm alright. I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago. I'm not falling. I'll push all my chips and call all in. I'll bet on myself, you keep stalling. I hear destiny and it's calling. I'll keep my head up high through the downs and lows, and we're all going life. Still nobody knows, but I'ma choose what's right and take what comes and goes. And ain't no one in life holding me back no more. I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago. like a year ago.